Good morning, guys. It is Monday and it's Monday morning chats with Sack, and Sack is me. I hope that you guys had a great weekend. But first, before I begin my motivational spill, I would like to give a special shout out to those that are taking the bar exam in their prospective states. They will be taking that exam tomorrow, Wednesday, and in some states also Thursday. I hope that you go in there with the confidence that you will pass and you know you will pass. All of the work that you have been doing to prepare for that big day has finally come, and never doubt yourself. You're there. Game time starts tomorrow, so go in there and win. I believe in you and I know that you can do it. So I've been thinking about this whole term consistency, and what I want to talk about, are you performing at your highest level? Like, are you doing the best that you possibly can? Are you just on the surface? Are you just doing things to just get by? And the thing that I tell people is that when it comes to being successful, you can never be average. You can never be basic. You can never just be mediocre and just think that's okay. And I always hear people say, well, I want that raise. But are you doing things to get that raise? Are you just okay with just performing at a low level and just thinking great things should come? The thing that I would see in like some generations before me, they'll have the same job for 20 years. And when it comes time to get a promotion, they may be eligible for a promotion, but they'll turn it down. And I never understood why. And then I realized that some people really don't like hard work. Some people are okay with just being okay, but they will complain. So for me, I always want to be challenged every single day. I am not basic. I do not believe in mediocrity. I want to excel and perform the best way I see fit. And how I do that is by practicing. I'm a tax attorney. I love what I do. I read the tax laws all the time. I read different articles to figure out how can I help my clients. I figure out how can I become a better businesswoman. Are my communication skills up to par? So if they're not, I read articles about communication. Let's say that I'm not responding to emails. Okay, what type of system should I put in place to make sure that I'm not missing emails? So now I have a reminder, hey, you didn't respond to this person today. I think this is time that you respond to this client. Or when it comes to just any type of work, how am I performing? Am I doing the best that I possibly can? And I just want to ask you, like, are you doing the best that you can? I know you can, but don't be afraid of hard work. If you want that raise, you got to ask yourself, what am I doing to get that raise? One of the things that I was told at a very early age, I think I was around 12 years old. My mom's old boss, and I was in Philadelphia. I had to be in the seventh grade, and he was high up for the company Airmark. My mom used to work for Airmark growing up. And I will always ask him, Mr. Gus, how did you get all the way up to that level that you're at? Like, he was like the vice president or something of that sort for the company. He was well up. And I said, how did you become so successful? I really want to know. And he told me, he said, I was never the smartest person. I went to college, I got a degree, but I was never the smartest. But how I became successful wasn't based on my degrees and whatnot, but I was always willing to take the hardest job. So let's say a couple of my colleagues, there's been a task that's been assigned and everyone will turn it down. And I'll be the first one to say, hey, I'll take it. And I always ask for the challenging jobs. Or if no one didn't want to do it, I did it. And he said, my advice to you is always take the challenging jobs. Don't just be okay with taking easy jobs. And when I can tell you that at 12 years old, that stuck with me. And even at the age of 33, that still sticks with me. Like at any job, any job I work, I'm like, no, I don't want this job. I want the hard one. And I'm okay if I don't understand it. That's okay because I may fall. I could scratch a knee, but I could get back up and try again. And that's how you learn. And any of my supervisors I ever had, I would tell them I'm not into just being right all the time. My goal is to figure out, what did I learn from this? What were my mistakes and how do I learn from it? I don't want to get kudos for just a job well done. I want to figure out how can I become better. And my challenge to you is, how can you become better? Do you have people in your circle that are challenging you? If you're the only one that's successful in your group and no one else is not, putting their best foot forward in anything that they're doing, you need to ask yourself, how can I be in this group if I'm not growing? My friends challenge me all the time. I have different circle of friends. As an attorney, I know a lot of attorneys in this area all over the United States. And my friends that are here that are attorneys, we always challenge each other. Most of us have our own business, or some of us are seeking to open our first business. And, well, they're seeking to form their first business, not me. And we're always talking about, okay, how can we become better? This is great that we are doing what we love, but what else? Yeah, I like this job, but what am I doing when I leave that job? Am I accomplishing other goals that I dreamed about? Because it's one thing to dream about a goal, and it's another thing when you're not acting out on it. Because a lot of dreams are left at the gravesite because someone did not have the time or even made the time to make their dream become a reality. So who's in your circle that's pushing you? Is someone just saying, hey, I want you to do this. You talked about this. Are you doing what you said you're going to do? And when it comes to being successful, you have to be consistent. Consistency is key. How you do one thing is how you do everything. So if you're lazy, then you're lazy all over the board. And that's the one thing that I've learned. And so for me in my personal life, I like to work out. If I don't work out based on the number of days that I say I'm going to work out, my week is a little up and down. And so I made a decision like, hey, I need to work out. If I can't go to the gym, I need to make sure that I walk. I love to walk. I love to jog. And I want to be consistent in every aspect. If I say that I'm going to go to this meeting, whether it's once a month, I'm going to stick to it. Now, life happens and you may not be able to go to things that you put your heart out to do, but be consistent. When you're consistent in everything that you do, I'm telling you, you will see results. But consistency is key. Hey, cousin, thank you so much for joining. Consistency is key. Always be willing to take the challenging things. You can never learn anything by doing the easy stuff. I hate easy stuff. I guess that's because I'm a math person, so I like complicated math problems to solve, and I like complicated tax problems to solve for my clients. I don't like any easy thing. If it's something very easy, I'll just tell the client, hey, just call this state or call the Internal Revenue Service, and this is exactly what you should say, and it should help. But the complicated ones, that's what gets my mind just working and allows me to think about different things. And I'm a strategist, so I like to think about strategies and how to solve things and how to win cases. But for you, I want to challenge you. Who's encouraging you to be the best version of yourself? Are you persistent in things that you do? Do you give up easily? Are you lazy? If not, those things can change. But keep going and keep doing what you should do. But you can't expect great results if you're not putting the work in. So do the work. I believe in you. I know you got it. But it is Monday, and this can be the first day to do something new. My pastor yesterday, he preached about, the sermon was called Try Something New. A lot of times we get so caught up in cycles and doing things the same way because we're used to it, but we get the same result. So try something new. Maybe go a different route going home, or maybe go to that meeting that you said you wanted to go to. Try something new. You'd be surprised. But this is a year to be the best. 2020 perfect vision. What's your vision? What do you see for yourself? You have to have some type of path. Those that don't have goals and those that don't have a path for themselves sometimes lead to destruction because there's no path to get where you need to go. And I think that if you have some type of idea, write it down and go forward. Keep working towards it. But there's no direction, you will forever be lost. So I'm challenging you today tomorrow and every day to be the best version of yourself. Be consistent. Go for the hard things in life. And lastly, never give up. Have a great Monday. Have a even better week. I wish you much success on anything that you're trying to achieve. And again, for those that are taking a bar exam this week, you got this. I'm so proud of you. I can't wait to call you my colleague. I will welcome you with open arms into this elite profession. Being an attorney is amazing. It allows you to do so many things. Again, have a great week, guys.